Okay, we're gonna try using a microphone today because there's a lot of outside noises that are beyond my control, so let's see if this works. So I'm super excited to go into fall this year. I have a lot of plans that I have in mind and I would love to share them with you, and hopefully we can achieve at least some of these goals. I tend to have a lot of plans. It helps me kind of look forward and keep going. We're going to see how many of these projects I can fulfill in fall, and you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you know, the whole 9 yards, to see what I'm posting, to see if I've actually completed any of these projects, so stay tuned. We're going to start with the more time-sensitive things. This first project that I have is for a birthday present for one of my son's friends. I always ask what their favorite color is, and she said rainbow. As much as that means that I could really pick any color, I really wanted to focus on the rainbow aspect, and so I headed to my local thrift store and I was able to find this bedsheet is like perfect basically, like everything that I had in mind. I believe it is like a slightly polyester. The vacuum's going off. So my plans for this present are to make her a water bottle bag. I've seen a few of them online. I saw the one that Blogilates had come out with, and I really liked just the use of the water bottle bag. My plan is to use this bedsheet along with this thrifted lunch bag. This is a thrifted thermos lunch bag that I had got from the thrift store. I think this was about $2. Oh, the sun came out. Nice. My plan is to deconstruct this bag and basically turn it into a water bottle bag that will fit hers. I've already done the measurements, I already know what my plan is going to look like, but I'm very excited to try this one out. I've never sewn plasticky type of fabric before, so that'll be interesting. The next project that I'm going to work on is based off of this picture that I had found on Pinterest. I loved this dress so much and I knew that I wanted to have it for my fall wardrobe. I also knew that I had a thrifted bedsheet, like this one, that I had planned to use to make a dress inspired by a rosary apparel dress that she had followed for a McCall's M7974. Basically what I'm going to use this pattern from McCall's. I'm going to make the dress just like Rosary Apparel did, but instead of a V-neck front, I'm going to see if I can pattern hack it to make it into a squared neckline with a scrunched in front, like the other picture. I love that picture so much. I think that a square neckline is more flattering on me. I'm going to make a video using this pattern and trying to make this dress, so stick around to see how that turns out because I'm super excited. I have now just cut out all the pattern pieces, so I'm ready to now cut into the fabric. I can't wait to wear this one. This next one, you might sense a tone. I have another thrifted bedsheet, but this is in a beautiful, it's not even like a chartreuse. I can't put my finger on this color, but I've seen this color a lot lately and I have really liked how people have been styling with this. I was lucky enough to find this at a thrift store and I think that this will be a perfect fabric to use to make a blouse. Very recently I had just gone through all of the clothes in my wardrobe as well as my handmade clothes and did a complete purge of everything that it does not spark joy or makes me happy. I didn't have a lot of, I'll call them fancy tops to wear. I have a lot of t-shirts. I like wearing graphic band tees, but I don't want to wear them all the time. Now that I'm kind of evolving into my fashion style, I like having more pieces that are a little bit more put together. I still love having my graphic band tees, but I do want some more pieces that are more versatile and would also look really nice under some of the dresses that I have. So I was scouring Pinterest trying to find different pieces that would look good for this color specifically, and I came across this one blouse that I really, really love. I love the big puffy like poet sleeves that scrunch in at the wrists, the buttons at the front, the boat neck. It's like all of my favorite things put together, so I'm really interested to see if I could try to make that in this fabric. To treat myself this summer, I decided to order from Blackbird Fabrics. It is one of my favorite places to order online for fabrics. It's a Canadian-based company, they're from British Columbia, and they have the most beautiful rainbow gingham linen. It's something that I barely see out in the wild. So when I find pieces like this online that I do want to splurge on, I go for it because most of the time I save money by making clothes out of thrifted bed sheets that are only like $6 or $7 and get like a huge amount of fabric for. So I don't feel as bad. It finally came in the mail and it is the most beautiful rainbow. I've seen a lot of pictures of people using this fabric and just the colors and the transition between them all is just so magical. I really like this one and I can't wait to use this for something very special. I mainly want to have a nice full skirt out of this. I want to have a lot of gathers and just see all of the colors on a heavy skirt. But I also would love to have this in a dress, so I think I'm going to make a fitted bodice dress, just a very plain top, and then a very full skirt like these pictures that I'm showing you right now. I really love the look of them, and I would love to have this fabric in that style, so that is the plan. I'm going to hope that I can get through all of these projects so that I can make this, because this is actually a very perfect fabric to use in the fall, so I'm very excited to use this. The last two sewing projects that I have are considered thrift flips. I have come across a few images on Pinterest that I would really like to see if I could replicate with some of the clothes that have now been banished into my mending pile. After I went through all of my clothes in my closet, I took some certain things that need to be mended, also some things that I knew that I could turn into other garments. And these two have been banished and I would love to make something else out of them. For this red gingham top, this is a t-shirt material. It's a few sizes bigger than what I usually wear, so there is a lot of fabric for me to use. I have some different ideas on what I would like to do, but nothing concrete. There is like an off-the-shoulder option, as well as making like a fitted t-shirt or a tank top with a very scooped neck. Or another option would just be my favorite, a high boat neck with a scooped back. So I am still deciding on what I would like to do with this, but I have some other projects, so I have some time to fully decide on what I want to do for this one. The last one that I have is this little apron. I found this apron at the thrift store. The fabric drew my eye. I ran over and grabbed it as soon as I could, and I've had it as an apron for a while, but I don't use it as much because I honestly don't want to get it that dirty. So my idea is to turn this into a top. I saw this one on Pinterest. I saw the pattern, the check. It was the perfect shirt to make in this fabric. I'm hoping that I have enough fabric to make that shirt. The last thing that I'm trying to make for fall, I think the deadline goes a little bit past fall, but I have a test knit that I'm a part of for Fable Knitwear. I've done quite a few of her test knits in the past. I love her patterns so much, they are just I don't know if I can show you the pictures that we are using for the test knit. I'll basically call it a cardigan with one tie, and then there's a lot of different details around the edges. So I have two options for yarn that I'm kind of deciding between. The first one, which is the one that I have quite a few people telling me to use, is this beautiful forest green. I think that this is just such a beautiful color. I really like the look of this. The only thing that is holding me back is the weight of this. This is more of like a sock yarn, and it can be a little light and flimsy. So that's the one drawback of this color. I do love this color so much, and I was leaning towards it. I've already made a test square of this to check my gauge. This is just like a different color but the same yarn. I am leaning towards this one. There is one more yarn that I think would be too perfect if I didn't use it. This beautiful yarn is Acorn from Fable Knitwear. I bought a few of her yarns in the past, and this one I just haven't used yet. This is Acorn. It is a like warm reddish brown. There's just like little speckles of shimmer throughout it. It knits up really well. Both of these yarns are fingering weight. This yarn is like too perfect if I didn't use it, but I am on the fence because I do have another cardigan in a very similar color to this, so having a green option is nice too, but honestly, let me know in the comments because I'm still kind of torn. I love this color but not the yarn quality, and I love this yarn quality and the color, but I already have something very similar to it. That is everything that I plan to make for fall. I have a lot of ambition, as you can see, but this is my meditative process. I've had a few people ask me like how I can manage to do all this stuff with my schedule, and a lot of it is just finding the time, the spare little minutes that I have in a day. I have a lot of responsibilities in my life, but these projects really help me get centered and help me kind of manage and relax and be able to enjoy the other responsibilities that I have. I hope you like this video. I hope it inspires you to pull out some fabrics and some yarn for your fall makes. I'm still so shocked at the amount of people that have subscribed. since my last 2 videos. I really appreciate you all. Leave me a comment letting me know what project you're most excited for. I have 2 in the making right now, but I need some suggestions on what I should start next. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye. This is... Buddy, can you give me a second?
Is there an extra table for me so I can put my water?
I'm almost done. I'll be out in a second, okay?